so let's get ourselves into our position, so to speak. So you can go ahead and turn off your lights if you want to. I want you to all sit as upright as possible, but still remain comfortable. We never substitute posture for comfort or comfort for posture. And I just want to remind everybody that we co-create the experience together, which means every single meditation is different because the group is different every single week. So we have our people who are here diligently every single week, and then we have people who are new, people who are away, and then they come back. So the group changes. It's a dynamic group energy. So as the group changes, the meditations change. But remember that your energy, even though we are scattered across the globe or scattered across the United States tonight, we are still united in this moment with being linked to this moment, which is so astounding. We're how many of us are in here? We're all strangers. I mean, I'm not strangers to you guys, but strangers, but you're linked through a common experience. So right off the bat, your energy is being held up and recognized by everyone on this group, whether you're here live or listening to the recording, and your presence is holding up everyone else in the group. It's this symbiotic relationship that's happening with all of us right now, which is just so cool to me. So just remember that we're linked. So go ahead and take a deep breath with that awareness that we're linked. That reminder that people are good. We are inherently good. We really are. I think we all need to be reminded so much that humanity is not bad. Humanity is not going to proverbial shit. It's not. We're waking up. We're going inward. We all really do want to do our best. We don't always do our best. Not anyone in here always does their best, and that's totally fine, but we keep showing up to do better. So you're already in the outcome that you want to be in, as far as being that best person, whatever your goals are, you're already doing it. Now we just need to be. So go ahead and close your eyes. And if you don't like closing your eyes, just fix your gaze downward about a foot in front of you. And just feel the sensation of taking away one sense organ, which is your visual stimulation. And then just for a moment, feel what it feels like to listen to my voice, to be sitting in your chair, to be breathing in your body, but to not see anything. Let the lack of over-visual stimulation calm you. Recognize your decision to close your eyes brings you inward and brings your attention to your other senses. Become aware of not only my voice, but any other sounds going on around you. And for some of you, that might be family members living or being in the room next to you. Could be hearing a TV down the hall, or a neighbor. Might hear your air conditioning vents or a fan. Just allow your ears to listen, to hear. Even silence, ironically, has a noise. So bring all of your attention to your sense of hearing and just listen to what you hear without judgment. And let whatever sounds you hear, including the sound of silence, just kind of lull you or calm you into a deeper state of letting go, of presence, of relaxation. And bring in a really deep, slow breath and feel as your chest cavity expands as you breathe the air in, and then feel it all drop as you exhale. Pay attention to your breath and find your own calming rhythm of breath. Become aware of that astounding function that happens automatically. Bring in awe for the brilliance of your being that choreographs and times your breath, your heartbeat, all of the bodily processes that go on without any of your awareness or interruption. So just allow your thoughts to marvel on your body and the processes it's doing all the time. You never tell it to. You never ask it to. Your heart that is beating right now has been beating before you were even born into the world. Your heart, your lungs, all of your organs have grown with you, carried you. And being that you are here in this group, they clearly have never failed you. We can have momentary interruptions in our health, but it hasn't failed you. So using your breath to just bring in a deeper sense of relaxation. Just every time you inhale and every time you exhale, just imagine yourself breathing in calm, settling, comfortable, present energy. And every time you exhale, you're getting rid of what no longer serves you in this moment. And as you focus on your breath and your presence, thoughts just naturally begin to slow down. And just play with your breath and see what brings you deeper into relaxation. Really slow your breath down to what feels reasonable for you and calming. Notice inhale is longer than the exhale, or the exhale is longer than the inhale. Maybe the breaths are even and equal. There's no right or wrong. You're just observing what your body is naturally doing. I want you to imagine that your breath and your body are like a candle. At the crown of your head, there's that wick that is lit. And it might be a dull, small, tiny flame, or it might be a large, penetrating flame. There's no right or wrong. There's no better or worse. Just observe the flame at the top of your head, the wick of the candle. And imagine every time you exhale, you accelerate the candle burning down, and your body begins to just melt away. Feel the melting down your face and head, your neck, your throat, your shoulders. Imagine the melting down both arms, melting of your chest, your back. See, feel, or just imagine the melting of your mid-back, your solar plexus, your abdominal muscles, your lower abdomen, your lower back. Feel the body just melting away. Your hips, your pelvis, your butt, your hamstrings, your thighs, your knees, your quadriceps, your calves and shins, your ankles, your Achilles tendon, your heels, and your feet. Just imagine the melting and the peeling away. And imagine this candle of self is just a bunch of wax. Where your feet were earlier, there's just a puddle of wax. And imagine that wax ignites. And there's nothing but flame and fire and light. A warm, loving, contained, strong fire. And this is your true self. Just imagine your true self as fire itself. Imagine that fire of self is burning away any limiting beliefs, Any experiences in the past that get in your way, known and unknown. Any thoughts that are repetitious in nature for you. Any negative internal dialogue just burns away, doesn't exist. Any longing, any desire burns away. You're just sitting in the beingness of your flame, of your fire. Just begin to imagine that your flame of self begins to get taller and brighter. It's contained, it's not catching anything around you on fire. It's just growing. It's using all of your negativity, anything that no longer serves you. It's using all of that stuff to burn brighter, stronger. We're burning it away. We're using it as fuel. We're transforming it. Any worries, stresses, concerns, any illnesses, any depression, anxiety, any feelings of inadequacy or not belonging. Let it all just burn away. And the more you burn, the higher your flame goes. And it's happening whether you think it is or not. So just use your imagination. Just visualize the flame of your inner self, your true self, burning away everything that doesn't serve you. It's burning away any resentments, any requirement or need for justice. It's burning away worrying about a loved one. It literally is burning away everything that just keeps you dim and dull. Just use your imagination. If your mind wanders, just bring it right back to the imagery of the flame of self. And every time you inhale, you're making that flame even higher and stronger and brighter. Here, allow yourself to think of one compliment or words of encouragement or authentic love, unconditional love, just one that you've ever received in your entire life, just one. Everybody has one. Just think of one thing that someone said to you that really made you happy or felt loved or seen or heard or appreciated. Maybe you remember precisely where you were when you heard it and who said it. Maybe you don't. Just bring all of your attention and focus to this one compliment, words of encouragement. Maybe you still feel that these words are true, or maybe you don't. Maybe you feel lost and disconnected from the person they saw. None of that matters, just the words. It could be superficial, could be about appearance, about ability, talent, about kindness or gestures of the heart or artistic or musical abilities. Whatever's coming up to you, fixate all of your attention to those words. And imagine you can truly take them in. You can see yourself as this person sees or saw you. And begin to imagine that as you take in those words, your flame gets huge, strong, bright, cannot be extinguished. The mind may want to tell you how you're not that person anymore, but that's the mind. We are not entertaining that right now. Right now is just to take in the words and the feeling it gave you. Remind yourself of why you liked hearing the words. Or maybe you felt shy, or maybe you didn't even believe them at the time. None of that matters. Just focus on the words. Take it in. Grant the gift of receiving someone else's words. Grant them the gift they gave you by acknowledging what they said to you and what it means and meant to you. And hold your focus on these words and the feeling. Maybe you feel emotional. Maybe you feel strong. If you can only take in a tiny little bit of the words, that's fine. Just take in something. Allow yourself to connect with that person, if they're here in the physical or whether they're here in spirit energy form. Thank them for seeing you. Begin to feel what it feels like if you walked around every minute of every day believing these words, embodying these words, feeling them, expressing them. Imagine the flame of self is getting so large, both tall and wide. That flame burns up any negativity that comes close to your auric field. It's like a force field. That negativity gets burned up. Begin to imagine what your day-to-day life would be like if you really felt, embodied, and believed these words about yourself. What's one thing you would do differently? Just use your imagination. Begin to pretend. And hold your attention on the candle, the flame of self, and the feeling as if you embodied these words. Think of your week coming up, your true week. Think of the tasks you have to do, work-wise, recreation, home, family. And just begin to visualize yourself embodying the true flame self as you move through the week. Visualize one or project one scenario that is likely to come up this week and see yourself handling it with your true self. And then drop all thoughts. And just allow yourself to breathe quietly for a few moments. Begin to imagine that the flame of self sort of fills back in and is contained within the outline of your physical body. Begin to feel your head where it meets your shoulders, your arms, your side body, your spine, your hips, and your legs, and your feet. But fill in the inside of your body with nothing but that flame, that bright light. That flame is still burning through anything negative, stuck, or old. We'll continue to do so for the entire week. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes slowly. Only come back in movement, back into movement until when you're ready. If your body wants to stay still and calm and quiet, then stay there. Keeping your eyes closed. If you want to stretch or twist, or raise your arms above your head, just listen to what your body wants from you right now. And then do that. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, you can float your eyes open, but still sit in calm quietness. If you want to, you can go ahead and turn lights on, or you can keep them off if that's what feels better for you.